Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight, the Waco Lions play host to the Rough Riders from San Antonio Roosevelt. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach Butch Henry, and coach, it's a homecoming of sort for Matt Carroll, second year in a row that the former university coach has come back to the Derek Johnson Classic.
Yes, it is, and he'll be taking on a Waco High team, as you well know, been besieged by injuries the last 3 years. In fact, lost a starting quarterback the last 3 years. If Jalen Harris stays healthy, he can be a force to be reckoned with. And they got one of the best running backs, I think, in Central Texas in Terrence Hamilton. So we'll just have to wait and see if they stay injury-free. And the only thing concerned Marty Herbst was his inside linebacking play. They're very inexperienced, but I know that Coach Carroll would like to improve on that 4-6 record he had last year. And like I say, it's not his first rodeo. He's played a few games here, hasn't he?
Certainly has. Well, it'll be a wonderful game to watch as the Waco Lions take on the San Antonio Roosevelt Rough Riders. That's coming up next right here on Waco ISD TV. This is Game 3 of what's known as the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic here at Waco ISD Stadium. On Thursday, we had Marlin take on Blooming Grove, with the Marlin Bulldogs coming away with a victory there. Then last night, the University Trojans hosted Austin LBJ, and the Jaguars came away with the win in that contest. So we're going to wrap up this year's Derek Johnson Classic with the Waco Lions taking on the Rough Riders from San Antonio Roosevelt. Well, Coach, both of these teams did not make the playoffs a year ago, so they're looking forward to the possibility of making it into the postseason this year.
Yeah, they are, and it'll be interesting to see how both teams come out of the gate. You can practice all you want to, but when the lights come on, it's a different ballgame.
Marty Herbst, the head coach of the Waco Lions. And Matt Carroll, the head coach for the San Antonio Roosevelt Rough Riders. You see the Waco High Junior ROTC bringing the colors onto the field for our national anthem. Our game time temperature is 91 degrees. It's a partly cloudy sky overhead, a little bit on the hazy side, but should be a very nice evening for football. Glad we're playing these Saturday games in the evening, Coach. We used to play them in the afternoon, and sometimes it'd be 110 on that turf.
Yeah, those Saturday afternoon games, they quit playing those because it was just, it's too hot. And I remember Rusty Nail from Mark said after the game their shoes were melted. So
makes a lot better sense to do it in the evening. Colors being presented at midfield. Let's now go to our stadium announcer, George Stookhouse, for our national anthem.
Waco High Band will play the national anthem. Texas, our Texas.
Bold
National anthem and Texas Our Texas has us ready to get football underway here.
I see David Vaughn, one of the captains, is not suited up. It's number 14, so I assume he's injured, will not play tonight. Waco High does have new uniforms with white numbers. Very nice to see.
Yeah, we can actually see the numbers on those jerseys.
Nathan Duckwell, number 15, Moises
Got the captains going to meet at midfield with our officiating crew. Who are our officials tonight, Butch?
They're from the Waco chapter. They're wearing the white hat tonight is Keith Hopkins. Umpires Greg Robinson. Linesman is Miles Pee Wee Adamson. Line judge Eric Renhart. And the back judge is William Necessary. So there you go.
Captains for Waco High, DJ Mangum, Michael Stimson, David Vaughn in street clothes, and Jalen Harris. The captains for San Antonio Roosevelt, number 11, Nathan Jacquez, number 15, Moise Fukumala.
Pardon me?
Fukumala, number 40, Jacob Infante, and number 55, Manuel Hernandez.
That's what I thought you said. I just wasn't sure. There's old Hoppy.
Appears that Roosevelt has won the toss. And they have elected to receive. A little bit of a breeze coming in from our south end zone at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So Waco High will have what little breeze advantage in the first quarter of play.
By the way, a kicker for Waco High, Chris Escuedo, where's number 80, won the field goal contest in Austin this summer. He kicked a 63-yard field goal.
Wow.
So that's I assume I don't know if he kicks off or not. I think he does, yep.
nothing better.
Yeah, Chris Escada out there with the football at the South 40.
Kicking off
Got the crowd of Waco High students kind of about the 35-yard line there. They're always here. They were out there tailgating for the game, getting fired up.
Back deep for the Rough Riders. Number 5, Darian Vidal, along with number 8, Davian Goodlow. See if Escada even gives them an opportunity to return this. End over end kick, going to come down at the 1-yard line. They cross over, they hand the ball off. Didn't fool the Waco High punt coverage team though. As I believe that was Jacquez that carried the ball.
There's that reverse. Jaden Bishop made the initial hit for Waco High. Got to keep an eye on that quarterback, Carlos Garibay. He is the main man. However, Jalen Smothers is also a running back, but the backup quarterback, and they will use him when it's a running situation.
Well, they are deep in their own territory to start off at their own 14-yard line. Empty backfield. Quick pass out in the flat. Get a couple of yards out of it, and that's about all. Goes to Vidal, the receiver.
Tell you, good pursuit for that Waco High defense. That did not fool them at all. They had 4 men set out wide to the left, but Waco High was ready for that.
Send both the wideouts to the right of the formation this time. Garibay, the quarterback, hands it off. Quickly, Waco High stops that run play. Once again, it's Vidal who carries with the football. And maybe 1-yard gain up to the 17.
On the scouting report on Carlos Garibay, good size frame, likes to throw the fade route. He's an okay runner. He runs hard, but not that quick. So there you go.
3rd down and 7. Garibay to pass, looks across the middle, in and out of the hands and intercepted. Going the other way with it for Waco High and then fumbling the football, picking it right back up and being knocked out of bounds. For Waco High, that's Demarion Lyons with the interception. It gives Waco High a very good scoring opportunity early. Watch that, Coach.
Yes, sir. There it is right there. He juggled it right here. He nearly drops the football. He did drop the football, picked it up, and really gives Waco High a good chance early in this football game to put some points on the board.
One of those fortuitous bounces, didn't he? Got it all the way down to the 8-yard line.
What kind of bounce was that?
The fortuitous.
Oh, okay.
Or
You, have to
fortunate.
use, you can't be using those big words up here.
So Jalen Harris is the quarterback. He's got Terrence Hamilton in the backfield with him. And apparently we've got some motion in the line of scrimmage before Waco High can get the snap off.
Yeah, Darianne McClain, the left tackle, moved just a little bit, but is enough to draw the flag.
That moves it back to the 13, where it's 1st and goal. Waco High with a golden opportunity here. Fake the handoff. Jalen Harris keeps. Met when he gets to the 5-yard line, keeps the feet churning, but the 10-yard line as far as he's going to get, 3 yards for Jalen Harris on the carry.
By the way, there's number 12 for Waco High. Josh Hamilton is a wide receiver. He's the brother of Terrence Hamilton.
Ah, okay. 3-yard gain for Harris. Rolling right, looking for the corner of the end zone and overthrows his target. Looked like he was trying to get that to LaDon King.
Don King was open, but he was looking over one shoulder, and Jalen threw it over the other shoulder.
Well, this is what you call a 4-point down here, Coach.
Yes, it is. And if they don't get some points on the board here, they missed a golden opportunity.
Handed off to Hamilton. He goes around the right side looking for a block. Gets through and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Terrence Hamilton from 10 yards out puts the Lions on the board first with 9:58 to go in the first quarter.
He is their bell cow, no question about it. And he turned the corner right here, saw that block, turned in the air, and he's leaping into the end zone. Must have been watching television.
Well, that's the kind of running we expect to see from Terrence Hamilton all year. As Skada on to try to tack the extra point on the board. And it is good. So 2 minutes and 2 seconds into the contest, Waco High grabs the lead at 7-0, taking advantage of the interception by Lions and scoring on the 10-yard gallop by Terrence Hamilton.
Terrence Hamilton, that's the first of many touchdowns we'll see from that young man this year. He's really a good running back. This is his senior year, and I know he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. So, and remember, Waco High's got this big number 99, Nakevian Vincent, 6 foot, 340 pounds. He's a good one. If he can stay healthy and doesn't get too tired, he's a player. They have to double team him just about every time.
42 seconds is all the Lions needed to get into the end zone after getting that interception. Went 8 yards in 3 plays. You got to know that Matt Carroll is not real happy with his offense turning the ball over deep in their own territory to start this one off.
Waco High has several different types of kickoffs, so we'll see which one this is.
Looks like it's pretty much straight away headed for the corner of the end zone, and it's in and out of the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Waco High defense once again going out on the field. You see big, I don't see 99 out there, Vincent. I do not, do you?
Not right this second.
No. I see Eastland out there. I see 2 Eastlands out there. Anthony and I guess Teodrick is the way the other one, or Teodrick, one of the 2.
Corey Ebron up on the front line. Garibay, the quarterback. With all that in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff. Garibay keeps it himself. Gets a couple of yards up to the 27, but that's it.
I sure like the way Waco High pursues that football. They get a lot of folks, you see it right there. There's 1, 2, 3, about 3 guys in on that. On the bottom of that pile was Corey Ebron. He is a good one.
Second down and 8. Back to pass. Short of his target. Nice attempt, though, by the receiver, number 15, Bokamala, trying to come back to get that one, but just couldn't get to it.
I tell you, Garibay had a lot of pressure on him that time from Tyodrick Easton. He really put pressure on him.
Roll out right, looking deep on the out pattern, complete to Felton Walls. Walls has it close to midfield, loses the football at the very last second, but is able to get back on top of it.
That was a huge play for Roosevelt. You take one more look at the rollout in the pass. He was wide open that time. Nice pass that time, nice reception.
All the way out to the 47-yard line. 20-yard pickup on the play. First down of the game for Roosevelt. Once again, that's complete to Walls. It's inside Waco High territory. Up to the 49, only a gain of 3 though on the play.
Brought down by a host of lines. Looked like it's Teandre Basie that made the original hit, but he had a little help with 3 of his teammates.
Clock continues to roll. It's the 8:40 mark of the first quarter. Waco High with the early 7-0 lead. Direct handoff. No gain on the play. New running back in the game, number 24, is Sean Moore. He gets no gain on the play.
Jaden Bishop made the tackle for the Lions, and I see that big Nicavian Vincent going in the game right now. He's a hard man to miss. 340 pounds. At least what he's listed. He may be more than that.
Big assignment for offensive center Dylan Johnson to
Yeah,
have to block there. 3rd and 7. Everybody's looking to his left, throws the screen pass complete to Badal. Badal has some running room into Waco High territory and being knocked out of bounds before he gets to the 5-yard line. Well set up screen there for the Rough Riders.
Dooley Coleman is the young man that knocked him out, but you saw the speed right there of that young man. He's picking him up and laying down. So Rashad Owens, that was a good call that time on that screen. You look, it was set up perfectly. That was a good tackle.
Picked up 42 yards and got 1st and goal at the Waco 7. Here they stacks his receivers to the right. And will follow the blocks of Badal straight up the middle and get across the 5 to maybe the 4.
There's a look at it right there. I cannot see who made the initial hit, but there were several Waco High lines in on that. I do see Corey Ebron.
Waco High called a timeout just before the snap as Roosevelt got back to the line quickly, so Waco High uses its first timeout to try to stop this offensive thrust by San Antonio.
They're on the lip of the cup right now, and Waco High will be home again next week as they host Killeen, and I believe University is on the road at Georgetown Eastview. And of course, it's another 6A team Waco High is playing in Roosevelt, and they play all the teams in San Antonio as far as their district. 26 6A: Churchill, Johnson, Lee, MacArthur, Madison, and Reagan. And remember the hook and ladder play that University ran against Waco High several years ago when Matt Carroll was a coach? I wonder if we might see that tonight.
That's a high probability.
It could happen.
Marty Herbst has his defense on the near side, along with his defensive coordinator talking all over the strategy here.
I think there's 4 assistant coaches on this Waco High staff that went to school at Waco High.
Second down and goal from the 4-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Fake the handoff, look for the pitch, and there's Big Vincent taking down Garibay.
He smothered him, didn't he?
I mean,
I don't know why he didn't pitch the ball, and he looked like he was going to reverse his field for some reason.
well, he reversed it back to the 7-yard line. A
Yes,
minus
he
3
did.
on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 7.
Big DeCavian.
Another one of those 4-point plays here. Got Owen and Moore in the backfield. Looking to throw. Throws it right in the crease, and sure enough, it's in for the touchdown to Felton Walls. Well executed post pattern there by Walls.
Yes, it was. That was a good call from the sidelines. You take a look at it. He was in for the touchdown. He's a good receiver. So they extra point to come. They could tie this old rascal up.
Extra point on the way off the toe of Austin Schultz. And it's good. So with 6:37 left to go first quarter, we're all tied up at 7 apiece.
San Antonio Roosevelt, after Waco High scored, they came back and answered. They had a good drive. Big play on that drive was a screen pass. It was set up really to perfection. It's a good call at this particular time. There's some folks enjoying the game out here tonight.
You had 2 big gainers in the drive, the 20-yard pass to Walls on the 3rd down that kept it going, and then that screen pass on 3rd down for 42 yards. 9 plays, 75 yards for the Rough Riders. Took them 3 minutes and 21 seconds to cover the ground.
Zachary Fitzgerald is their leading tackler. He wears number 26. We might keep an eye on him. And that guy's what you call, I guess, get down, right?
Yes, sir.
Jamming or whatever it is.
Michael Stimson is going to go deep for Waco High along with Josh Hamilton.
Michael Stimson stepped in, played quarterback last year when Harris went down. Good athlete.
Certainly is. Schultz going to do the kicking. Kick it to the far side to Hamilton. Hamilton almost gets it up to the 25.
All right, well, let's see. Waco High, they had a little bit different field position they had in the first possession, so we'll see what they do. Remember, as long as you got Jalen Harris and you got Terrence Hamilton back there, you're good to go. Plus, they also have some good receivers in addition to those. And Michael Stimson is a go-to guy.
The Lions only had to go 8 yards to get their first score of the night. Let's see if they can go 76. Jalen Harris, the quarterback, with Terrence Hamilton in the backfield with him. Fake the handoff, pass in the flat, it's complete, but right on top of the receiver, Michael Stimson, unable to get any gain. Good defense there by the Rough Riders. I believe that was number 40, Jacob Infante. Also 1 on the play. Harris going deep, and it's Hamilton who comes down with the catch. Boy, that's a nice job by Josh Hamilton to adjust in the air to that pass.
I tell you what, we got Terrence Hamilton, we got Josh Hamilton. The Hamilton boys putting on a pretty good show right now, early on. There
all
it
the way
is.
out to the 49.
Beautiful pass. Did one heck of a catch right there, but John.
26-yard pass a moment ago. Pick up the first down. Waco High now has put it into overdrive. Hamilton just got a yard on that play out to the 47. I make that 2 yards to the 42nd. Now they'll slow it back down a little bit. Hamilton with the football, has a crease. Gets turned around when he gets to the 41-yard line.
Yeah.
Pick up a 6 on the play.
He's turned around, but Josh Hollis that time. That was a nice tackle, because I tell you, Josh Hamilton, he's a load.
Third and 2. Harris keeping the football and will be run out of bounds when he gets to the 38-yard line, but he will pick up the first down.
I tell you, you got Jalen Harris and Terrence Hamilton both in that backfield. Both of them can really run with the football. And when you're trying to scout them, you can't try to stop one without trying to stop both of them. That's hard to do.
Josh Hamilton in the slot on the right. Right out from the near side is Quinn Williams, but the handoff goes to Terrence Hamilton. And Terrence has it across the 35 to the 33 and pick up about 5 yards on the play for Terrence.
If he hadn't run into Keyshawn Dudley that time, he'd have made some extra yards. It's Keyshawn just doing his job, but ran right up his back. No, that was Jordan Bender. I'm sorry.
Harris back to pass. Flushed a little bit, but gets the pass off inside the 20 and complete. Nice leaping catch out there once again. There's Josh Hamilton.
I tell you, where'd this boy come from? Old Josh is doing a heck of a job. And they ain't even gone to Michael Stimson yet.
It's all the way to the 16. A gain of 17 on the play and another first down. Harris looking to the end zone. His receiver got his feet tangled up. Quinn Williams just couldn't quite get to it.
And he was wide open too. And I think the ball might have been a little bit overthrown. You look at it, but he just actually fell down. Quinn Williams, another young man they're very high on.
Do have a yellow hanky on. Matter of fact, we got 2 yellow hankies down on the turf. And looks like the decision rests with Matt Carroll. Looks like they're going to probably just take the play. And ineligible downfield is the indication. They are going to decline it. So you got 2nd and 10 at the 14. Take the handoff to Terrence and give it off to LaDon King, and LaDon King has it all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Look at that, they were in a little crossbuck that time. I think they were anticipating Josh Hamilton to get the ball, but he didn't. They gave it to King instead.
Harris looking to pass. Now it's flushed from the pocket, goes straight up the middle and scores a touchdown. Jalen Harris gets the 6 points from 5 yards away, and the Lions are on the board again. They've had the ball twice and scored twice.
So we'll see old Crisco, what I'm going to call him, come in and put this extra point on the board. Extra points, people think they're automatic, but you got to have a good snap, a good hold, good protection, and then a good kick.
Good job by the holder to try to get that up for him to kick, but he ends up shooting it wide to the left.
Like I say, they're not automatic, are they?
No, they're not. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left to go first quarter, and we got a new score. It's Waco High 13 and San Antonio Roosevelt 7.
That extra point may come back to haunt them before it's all said and done.
Lions took 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go the 76 yards in 9 plays. A couple of big catches in the drive by Josh Hamilton. One for 26 yards and another for 17 yards to help set up the touchdown.
Yeah, Josh Hamilton has emerged tonight as one of their top receivers. He's made a couple catches that were not routine.
Absolutely not routine.
I know I keep saying they have different type of kickoffs, but they do. And whether or not they got a different kicker this time. I think it's going to be Paul Torbio who's going to kick.
It is.
He may be one of them pooch kickers.
Well, both of their kickers are juniors, so they'll be around for next year.
This guy's going to kick with the wrong foot, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, he is the left-footed kicker.
Yeah.
Does that put a different spin on the ball?
I don't know. They do in baseball, I know
Yeah,
that.
I know. Kicks it high and goes headed for the far corner. Once again, they're going to look like they want to do that cross buck, but there is no way that Badal is going to get anywhere near the 20-yard line as the Waco High cover team gets down there in a hurry.
I don't think you'll see Nakevian Vincent in there on every play because he's a big youngster and he needs a little rest every now and then. Needs a blow. I tell you, the young man that's really played well for Waco High last year and again this year is Corey Ebron. He wears number 3. He's a defensive end, but let me tell you, he is a good football player.
1st and 10 at the Roosevelt 19. Waiting for our officiating crew to make up their mind exactly where the spot of the ball is. They'll make it to 19. Garibay hands it off to Badal, and he's across the 25. Nice run there by Badal. Giving 7 out to the 26.
There's another look at it. Once again, nice tackle by the host of Waco High Lions, led by Davian Minute. I'm going to start calling him New York Minute. Is that all right?
There you go. I know 1 or 2 of those, don't you?
Yes, sirree.
They lost the pass a little too long, intended for Walls. Nice job of coverage there by Waco High, step for step with him.
Yeah, the Marion Lions was there, did a good job, stayed with him, and ball was overthrown. So all 3rd down are big, and this is one of them.
3rd and short was a good play to try something deep. Now they just need to get to the 29 to pick up the 1st down.
So they're going to have to hurry and get this play off, I guarantee.
Yeah, the play clock is down to 6, and they're just now breaking the huddle. They're going to have to call a timeout, and that's exactly what Matt Carroll does. First timeout called by the Rough Riders here in the 1st quarter. Each team has used a timeout. Waco High used it defensively to stop, or attempt to stop, a drive by the Rough Riders. Now the Rough Riders use it to try to keep a drive alive deep in their own territory.
I see Johnny Tusa down there at the end of the 1st quarter. He hands out usually an award to a plaque to someone. I believe that's going to be Butch Luce, who used to be the principal at Waco High. His wife was the superintendent, I believe, over at Mart.
Doesn't Butch have a ranch over near Groesbeck now?
Who's that? Where's that at?
I think so. We'll have that presentation for you in the between quarters here. Third down and 3 for the Rough Riders. 3 receivers are to the right of the formation. Everybody looking that way and throws a little too high, intended for Badal. They're going to have to punt. Kind of looked like that same screen setup they had earlier, Coach.
Yeah, it did. So they're going to send back double returners. I don't know if they have any kind of a switch going on. That's the Mangum, and I guess, is that Basie back there?
That's Stinson. 4 and 5, Stinson.
Yeah.
Rugby punt. Well, they're going to throw a pass out of it. It's incomplete. Boy, there's a riverboat gambler attempt by the Rough Riders as the punter. That was Vidal. Tried to throw a pass to Goodlow, and it's incomplete.
And what's sad, Goodlow was wide open.
Sure
they,
was.
They would have picked up first down, but I'm like you. That's you're rolling the dice on that deal. Now Waco High's really got a good field position.
Once again, they get a short field, and they get it with 2:48 to go in the first quarter, and they have a 6-point lead at 13-7. Sends Terrence Hamilton in motion. Hands it off to LaDon King over the right side, and King will get nothing out of it. No yards on the play.
I believe that's the first time we've seen Terrence Hamilton split out as a wideout position. He usually stays in that backfield.
Second down and 10 from the 26. Now they got both the Hamilton boys in the backfield. Actually, that's LaDon King along with Josh Hamilton in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Now they'll pass in the flat to Josh Hamilton. He's got some running room across the 15. He's going to head for the corner of the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown. Like what we see from Josh Hamilton so far, Coach.
Yeah, I do too. And we talked a lot about Terrence Hamilton. We're going to have to start talking about Josh. Now, will they go for two here since they missed that extra point earlier? Nope, I don't think so. That's just they're setting up for extra point. Let's put it that way. Don't mean they're going to kick it. There he goes. Josh Hamilton.
Chris Escada on to try the point after. And it is good. So with 2:06 left to go in the first quarter, Waco High extends its lead to 20-7. As they once again cash in on a short field after Roosevelt gives them the ball on downs at the Rough Rider 26. Just 2 plays to go the 26 yards. 26-yard pass from Jalen Harris to Josh Hamilton.
I'll tell you, the bottom section out here that's got a really, really good crowd. All of a sudden, I guess these folks waited right at kickoff to come in.
Coach, did I miss something? Did he miss that point after? Because they only got 19 on the board. Wasn't 3 and 7.
I think he made it. Didn't he make it?
I thought he did, but they still got 19 on the board.
You can't believe everything you read, can you? Did he make it extra point time?
All of us are not real certain. Apparently they're certain in the score. Well,
yep.
Guess it wasn't good.
Here comes old Lefty kicking off again.
Well, he kicks it very deep all the way down to the 2-yard line, and it's fumbled. Picked back up by Vidal, or excuse me, that's number 9, Jalen Smothers. Smothers only gets it up to about the 15 after dropping.
Jalen Smothers only a sophomore. He's also the backup quarterback on this football team. There's a look at it. Boy, nice pursuit there. Looked like old Javon Ridge was the first man in on the tackle.
Waco High has to. Did Waco High recover that fumble? It appears they did. Coach, I missed that because Waco High is going to be on offense.
I think after he fumbled it, I think he fumbled it when he got tackled.
Don't be nervous. It's just national TV.
So Waco gets another break here and another short field from 15 yards out. There's nowhere for LaDon King to go on that one. Got a couple of yards, maybe to the 13.
You got Harris, you got Hamilton, and you got Hamilton.
Hamilton's everywhere. Jalen Harris tucks it and runs with it and heads for the end zone, and he's in for his second touchdown of the night. As long as Jalen Harris has the football in his hand, good things are going to happen.
He's very dangerous. There he is right there. He actually ran over a man right there. Got it in the end zone. But I'm going to watch this extra point, see if he makes it.
All right, now it doesn't look like they're going to matter much. That one's good. So with 1:27 to go in the first quarter, our new score is Waco High 26 and San Antonio Roosevelt 7 on that nice run by Jalen Harris.
26 points for Waco High, and we're still in the first quarter. Now Marty Herbst is calling the officials over, and I guess he's got a question about something. What it could be.
He may be asking about that extra point,
What he
too.
might be. You know, Waco High missed the playoffs last year, I believe, for about a total of 3 points, and that's stuck in their craw all year.
They added that point.
Yes, it is. There you go. I thought it was good, but you know.
It's now 27-7 on the scoreboard. Didn't think we'd gone blind. Two plays for Waco High to go 15 yards after the fumble recovery. Took them 39 seconds to do that. Toribio comes to the near side this time, caught at the 9-yard line. That's Badal on the return. Picks up some blocks. Waco High trying to chase him down, and will finally force him out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that was a nice return that time. Here you take another look at it, now he reverses his field right there. And he looks like he's gone to the house. But look at the pursuit by these Waco High lines. Good pursuit, a little block in the back there, but they did not call it.
From the zone 5 to the Waco 23 on that return. He might be a little winded, but he's in the backfield again for the Rough Riders. They fake the handoff to him, and it'd be Garibay that gets it across the 20 and up to about the 19. Gain of 4 on the play.
Getting up off the bottom of that pile is DJ Mangum. Actually, his name is Damian Mangum. They call him DJ.
And actually, that was number 6, Owen, who was in a minute ago. Now Badal's back in. It's hard for me to tell the difference between 5 and 6 on these jerseys. The numbers are a little on the small side. Badal back in at the running back spot. He's not going to get the football. It's going to be handed off to Sean Moore. Moore straight ahead. Finds very little running room. Finds Nicavian Vincent. Not all he finds. 3 yards up to the 16.
Waco High defense right now got to bow their neck. If they don't convert this first down, do you think they'll anticipate going for a field goal? Or would you go for the touchdown?
Quite possibly. Coach, we got a new quarterback. Jalen Smothers is in at the quarterback spot at the end of the quarter. So after the first 12 minutes, Waco High on top of San Antonio Roosevelt by a score of 27-7. Let's go down to the field where we have a presentation by Johnny Tusa. Here's our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse.
The Waco ISD Athletic Department honors former Waco High School principal, Dr. Wilbur Butch Luce. Dr. Luce graduated from Willis High School in 1964. From there, he attended Sam Houston State and received his degree in 1968. Dr. Luce came to Waco from East Texas State University, where he served as a teacher and assistant track coach, where he completed his doctorate degree. In Waco, he spent 9 years as the principal of Waco High School. That 9 years at Waco High School still stands as the longest tenure of service in school's history. Please join the athletic department in honoring Dr. Butch Luce as we add his name to our lifetime athletic honor rolls as our newest member. Congratulations, Dr. Luce.
Well-deserved honor.
Yes, it is. I talked about Jalen Smothers as a backup quarterback. He is a good runner. He's very fast. So usually when he does not throw the ball very well. When he's in there, they run the football with him.
He's just a sophomore. He's got a pair of running backs in the backfield with him. Sean Moore to his left, Badal to his right. He'll hand it off to Badal. Badal able with a spin move to get inside the 15-yard line.
Waco High coaches were worried about Badal because he's the guy. He's one of those game breakers.
He gets it down to the 13, picks up 3. And it's the 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide out to the far side is Fokamala. Fake the handoff. Keeping the ball is Smothers, and Smothers stumbles his way down to about the 6.
Like I say, Jalen Smothers is the running quarterback of the two, so I'm not saying he cannot throw it, but that's not his forte.
Gets it to the 7, a 6-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 4. Handoff goes to Owens this time, and Owens is stacked up as he gets to the 6-yard line.
Waco High defense right now playing very well, trying to protect that end zone. There's one more look at it. Big Lakevian Vincent along with Big Catfish Norman.
Actually, they mark it for no gain at the 7-yard line. Good job by that defensive line for Waco High with Big Vincent there right in the center. Play clock is down to 5. And they're going to get a delay of game penalty.
Evidently, I guess being only a sophomore, the Smothers didn't look at that play clock, or the coaches could have called a timeout. But
5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Takes it back to the 12. 27-7 is our score. Waco High on top. The Lions have taken advantage of a short field twice. Once on an interception, once on a failed 4th down pass out of punt formation that gave them the ball at their own 26-yard line, or at the Roosevelt 26-yard line.
If Smothers is going to throw the football, this would be the time to do it, I would think.
He's got 3 receivers to his right. Rolls that way, has the football in his hands, tries to get inside does get inside the 10 to about the 8. He's going to be short of the 1st down.
On Lakevian Vincent, he knocked him down and he picked him up. But pretty good sportsmanship right there. Well, this is a big play for Coach Carroll. This is a big call right here.
Giving 5 to the 7-yard line. 4th down and 4. Right now, Matt Carroll says field goals don't help us much. We need touchdowns. Another chance for the Waco defense to turn the ball over on downs here, and we got a flag, got the illegal procedure against the Rough Riders.
Yeah, that left tackle was going to pull. He pulled just a little bit too quick.
Number 15, 5-yard penalty.
Now I think they may go for the field goal. I don't know.
They do send out Austin Schultz, their junior kicker. Be a 30-yard attempt. And it's good as it gets just inside the left upright.
I tell you what, Waco High feel good about their defense, holding them to a field goal there.
So 8 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the first half. San Antonio Roosevelt on the scoreboard for the 2nd time, but they trail the Waco Lions by a score of 27-10.
Still got a lot of time left in this first half. Roosevelt defense has not been able to stop this potent offense from Waco High. We got a new star came on the scene tonight, and Josh Hamilton. Terrence already was a star, but
Yeah.
all of a sudden you got Josh Hamilton. That young man's got some great hands, I'll tell you.
Well, after the real nice kickoff return by Badal to the Waco 23, Waco defense stiffens up and stops him at the 12-yard line. That was only an 11-yard drive in 7 plays and took 4 minutes and 28 seconds to get that field goal. Taking it to 5 by Josh Hamilton, coming up the near sideline. Now he reverses his field, reverses it again, and manages to get it to the 25-yard line.
He made about an extra 5 yards there that I didn't think he was going to make.
I'm with you there, Coach.
You got a 17-point lead. Got plenty of time left. Stick with what you've been doing. Dance with who brung you, I guess.
Well, what the Lions would probably like to do now with a 17-point lead, half of the second quarter to go, and like to maybe eat up some clock. Fake the handoff. Jalen Harris didn't see anything in the passing lane, so he just tucks it and runs with it and gets 10 yards up to the 35-yard line.
Clock will stop till they move the chains, but like I say, there's a lot of over 8 minutes left in the first half. You ever watch those coaches give all those signals down there?
They confuse me when I do watch them. Which one's the hot coach?
I don't know.
New running back into the game for Waco High. That's Randy Carpenter with the football. He gets it across the 45 to the 46. 11-yard gain for Carpenter.
Yeah, Randy Carpenter's only a junior. They're trying to groom him, I guess, for the future, but he showed some good speed there.
Consecutive first downs on consecutive plays. Carpenter with the football again. Wiggles his way up to midfield.
Give a little credit to some of that offensive line. Those guys up front, they don't get a lot of accolades, but Jordan Banda, Keyshawn Dudley, David Chavez, Jamar Wheelis.
Jalen Harris keeps the football. And manages to, well, he fumbled the football at the end of the play, but they say he was down, either that or he got back on the football.
Got a young man getting up very slowly for San Antonio.
Carpenter had to retie his shoe too. So the ball goes to the 43 and pick up a 7 yards on the play for Jalen Harris. And moves the chains again where it's first down and 10 at the 43. Terrence Hamilton with the ball. Shirt tail tackle. Ends up to the 35-yard line in enemy territory.
Nice block that time by David Chavez from Waco High.
Picked up 8 on that play, brings up a second down and 2. Fake the handoff, looking for the long pass. Catch is made, but he's out of bounds.
I tell you what, that was a nice catch, though, by Quinn Williams that time.
Sure was, but we also had a flag thrown, so we'll see if there's interference called here on either the offense or the defense.
Waco High cheerleaders, mascot, they're all pumped up, aren't they? That's
Looks like our back judge is going to call holding on the defense on that play.
Holding on the defense. Number 30 against an eligible pass receiver. 10 yards, automatic first down.
So they get the first down on the penalty. That moves it down to the 25-yard line. Seventh play of this drive that started back at the 25. That was the only pass play in the drive so far, so they have done a little bit of clock eating with this drive. Terrence Hamilton breaks a tackle, but only gets back to the line of scrimmage before he's turned back.
That was excellent pursuit that time by the Roosevelt defense. No question about it. And I'll tell you, Jalen Harris was a little confused. He didn't know what the play was. He kept looking over the sideline. So,
matter of fact, he ended up losing a yard on the play. Back to the 26. Terrence Hamilton and LaDon King in the backfield. Harris, though, looking to pass. Goes to the end zone to Williams, and it's through his hands. He was looking over his right shoulder. It came over his left shoulder. He just couldn't turn around in time to catch it. You see it on the replay here.
That's a pretty nice pass that time by Jalen Harris. That ball could have been caught.
So the Lions face a third down at 10 at the Rough Rider 26-yard line. Need to get to the 15 for the first down. Send Terrence Hamilton in motion. Jalen Harris is going to sweep to that side. He's going to head for the end zone. Is it touchdown number 3 of the first half for Jalen Harris? Yes, it is.
Is there a flag on the play, Laura?
Yes, there is. Back at the 27-yard line in the Waco High end of the field.
Jalen Harris there is going to the house, but
a legal shift, it looks like, is the call.
Offense. Number 20 never got set. 5-yard penalty, replay, third down.
Terrence Hamilton, remember, he spread out to the left and he never got set. He was still moving. I saw that, but evidently they did too.
Can't send a man in motion?
Huh?
You can't send a man in motion?
No, when he got out there, he didn't get set.
Oh, okay. So that'll move it back to the 31. It's third down and 21. Harris winds up and throws, and it's incomplete. A little too tall for Josh Hamilton. Looks like the Lions are going to have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Well, they got old Chris Esquedo this time. He certainly can hit one from this distance if they opt to go for it. The brain trust right now is thinking.
Go downfield on the offense.
Yep, had a flag on the play.
That penalty's declined.
They're going to decline that illegal receiver downfield. And right now, it looks like they're going to go ahead and run a play as opposed to try to kick a field goal. There is a bit of a breeze in the face of the Lions here in the second quarter.
Well, it would be about a 49-yarder, I guess, if he tried it.
Against the breeze, yeah, it'd be a little difficult. They do have to get to the 15 for a first down. Harris back to pass, plenty of time, throws down the middle of the field, and we got an interference call. LaDon King was knocked down while the ball was still in the air. And that will bring the interference call, and the Lions will have it 1st and 10 on the penalty.
Big break for the Lions. They take another look at it. That ball was not catchable, but you know why they knocked him down? That's why he couldn't catch it. It was not catchable, but he was interfered with, no doubt. Another penalty.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
All right.
Well, we mark it from the 31, and they'll take it down to the 16, where it's 1st and 10. And the Lions have new life with 6:04 left to go in the quarter, and now timeout called by the Rough Riders. Matt Carroll wants to talk to his defense and help them understand that they just robbed their offense of an opportunity to have the football on 4th down.
I thought he might want to talk to the back judge, William Necessary, about that call. That was a big break for Waco High. Those folks enjoying a little popcorn, and looked like a gal got a Bush's chicken drink here. She's ready to go.
Can you get them to bring me some popcorn?
They might.
Third and final game of this year's Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. Marlin won the first one. Austin LBJ won the second one. Waco High right now the driver's seat of the third one, up by 17 with 6 minutes left to go in the first half.
They're pretty good position, too, to get another touchdown here, I would think.
Certainly are. They've certainly had a lot of help from their opponent as they've had 2 short drives thanks to an interception and the ball given to them on downs deep in enemy territory. This drive started at the 25-yard line. It's been helped along with a couple of penalties against the Rough Riders. From the 16, 1st and 10. Now we got another flag throw. All of a sudden it's flag day here at Waco ISD Stadium.
We were rolling along pretty good, pretty good there for a while. Now all of a sudden we had like 3 or 4 in a row.
D-5 for the procedure call. 1st and 15 from the 21. Ninth play of the drive. LaDon King trying to turn the corner, not able to do so, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 30.
Yeah, lost a lot of yardage. You'll see it right there. He just he could never turn the corner, and give credit to the Roosevelt defense. They made him keep going east and west.
9-yard loss for King, or actually they mark it at the 28 instead of the 30, so that's a 7-yard loss.
This certainly is a passing down here for Jalen Harrison.
Well, there's number 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm going over Josh myself.
He's the middle receiver of the 3 on the near side. But they hand it off to Terrence Hamilton after a few stutter steps. He looks to get upfield, and he's just knocked to the turf by Tyrell Darden.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice tackle that time. You don't see one man bring Terrence Hamilton down like that very often. But
no gain on the play. 3rd down and 24 from the 28.
A little confusion now on the Waco High. They don't know who's going in, who's coming out.
Still got plenty of time on the play clock. Jalen Harris gets in behind center to get the snap with 5 seconds left on the play clock. He gets it off in time, a high snap though. He gets a good bounce, gets away from a would-be tackler. Now tries to make something happen and slips and falls all the way back to the 37-yard line. Well, this thing got all the way down to the 16 and then all of a sudden made an about face.
Yeah, and the interference call gave them an excellent field position with the 1st down. Now they're going backwards, so wasn't a very good offensive series that time for the Lions.
About the only thing it did was chew up some clock, almost 5 minutes of the clock. Fourth down and 31 to go. This may be a rugby punt.
He's going to take a penalty, I think.
Yeah, and then we'll get the rugby punt after that.
Now, did Roosevelt have to take that penalty? They didn't, did they?
I don't know if they got a choice on those delay penalties or not. I think I can say thanks, but no thanks.
Who's that punting back there, Stimson?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Michael Stimson, most likely. Let's see. We'll see a rugby punt out of this, and that's exactly what Matt Carroll expects to see out of it. So he's got 2 guys back waiting for it. High end over end, fair catch call for and made by Badal, diving at the 8-yard line. 3 minutes and 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Waco High with a 27-10 lead. And Roosevelt has the ball at the 13-yard line.
When you're down 17 points, you got to get some points on the board somehow. Now, I don't interested to see who we're going to see at quarterback. Maybe Smothers or be Garibay.
It appears to be Smothers. But help if they had numbers on the shoulder pads.
Yep.
Handoff goes to Owens. Owens around the right side with a flag at the end of the play. And actually it is Garibay back in at quarterback.
I believe it's holding against the Rough Riders. One more look at it right there. Big number 90 in on that tackle. Anthony Eastland.
Waco High will accept the holding penalty. Mark it at the 7-yard line on half the distance. Ends up being a 7-yard penalty. And it's 1st and 17 from the 7. Quick pass in the flat. That's Owens with the football. He gets it back out to about the 14.
I counted 5 Waco High Lions in on that tackle, led by DeMarion Lyons.
Marking at the 13, they picked up 6 on the play. 2nd and 11. Quickly they go back to the line of scrimmage. And hand it off to Badal in the backfield. Who gets it up to the 16. Gain of 3.
Unofficially, Waco High still has 2 timeouts remaining, so that's good news for them. If they don't make this first down here, they'll be forced to punt. Waco High will have another opportunity to score.
At the half, we will meet our Waco High sideline reporter, Dalen Wings, as he will have an interview at halftime for us. Fake the handoff. Keeper for Garibay. Bounces up to the 20-yard line to pick up a 7, but he's still going to be shy of the first down.
Yeah, this brings up a punting situation. So Waco High should come out of this smelling like a rose as the clock continues to wind. It's under 2 minutes now left in the first half.
Well, I mentioned a while ago that Waco High wanted to eat some clock. That possession that resulted in no points, they kept it for 5 minutes and 22 seconds. So they did accomplish a little bit of something and shorten the game. And Waco High called a timeout here to reserve some clock for their offense.
Some of those folks got a cowboy hat going on.
Scoreboard says each team has 1 timeout left.
I just heard Hoppy say something on the PA, but I don't know what he said. I think he said, bring me some water or something like that. Now that Waco High did call that timeout. They have 1 remaining.
Owens back to do the punting. I believe it's Josh Hamilton. Nope, it's not Josh Hamilton. It's Randy Carpenter back to receive the punt. Carpenter's just going to let it roll. They're going to get a little bit of distance out of this one, all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice punt. He got the kicker's roll on that one. So Waco High has 1:49 left. They're up 27-10, as you see on your scoreboard, and they have 1 timeout remaining.
Well, as long as the ball is in Jalen Harris's hands, anything can happen.
Yes, it can. Remember, you got Michael Stimson out there. He's been kind of quiet tonight, but that young man's a good receiver and got good speed.
He's the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. They send 3 wide outs to the left. Terrence Hamilton in the backfield with Harris. Terrence gets the football. Runs straight into a linebacker. Actually, I believe that was Randy Carpenter, 20. No, it was Terrence, 20 instead of 21.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle that time on behalf of Jacoby Jackson.
Picked up 5 yards to the 30. Lions back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Under a minute and a half left. There goes Jalen Harris with the football. Heads for the sidelines, goes out of bounds after he picks up the first down.
Did just what he wanted to do, is stop the clock. So they can hang on that timeout for a little longer anyway. There goes Jalen right there. Gets to the first down marker, then does the smart thing, goes out of bounds.
Picked up 7 on the play. But picks up a new set of downs as well. First and 10 from the 37. Now he looks to pass, and it's incomplete, intended for LaDon King.
Boy, that ball was nearly intercepted. Devon Smith that time was in on the coverage.
Clock stopped with 80 seconds left in the first half. Waco High with a 17-point lead at 27-10. There's a straight drop back, looks across the middle, throws deep for King and overthrows him. He's been trying to hook up with LaDon King several times, but I don't think King has caught one yet.
I don't believe he has either, so I tell you, I'd go to the old Hamilton, wouldn't you? You throw it up or he's going to get it.
He's certainly shown that in this first half so far.
Terrence Hamilton has been pretty quiet tonight. They've done a good job defending him.
Certainly have. Josh Hamilton's the inside receiver of the 3 on the near side. Harris rolls and throws deep for Stimson, and he's got it, but he's out of bounds.
Well, Stimson was wide open that time and just stepped out of bounds. You take a look at it, you'll see Jalen Harris flinging it down there. Here it comes right into your living room, and here comes Stimson. He is out of bounds.
So that brings up a punting situation as Chris Escada is on the field.
I don't think this will be a rugby kick here. I think he's pretty deep. I think he may kick it the traditional way. I don't.
Well, they got a flag on the play. He kicked it straight up in the air. And it took a Rough Rider bounce.
Marty Herbst is beside himself right now.
Illegal shift on the offense. Number 20, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
That's 2 illegal shift penalties tonight on Terrence Hamilton.
So why would you have an illegal shift on a punt?
You shouldn't, but maybe that's what Marty was a little upset about.
So now from the 32-yard line. Skata gets it away. Vidal comes up and can't get the football, but luckily it's fumbled forward, and falling on it is Jalen Murray for Roosevelt.
All right, Roosevelt has 1 timeout remaining unofficially. They're down 17 points with 59 seconds left. So I would imagine we're going to see Garibay in there throwing that football, I would imagine.
They're in Waco High territory at the 47-yard line. Garibay has Vidal in the backfield with him. Sends Felton Walls wide to the right side, looking that way, but throws underneath on a screen pass. But it bounces to his would-be receiver, Vidal.
I thought it bounced, but I thought, why did he pick it up and keep going with it?
Trying to new trick play.
I tell you what, Rashard Owens, number 6 for them, is supposed to be a pretty good receiver, a tall young man, but he's been pretty quiet tonight. He's so quiet, I don't even see him out there.
He's the running back.
Yep.
Garibay just keeps the ball himself, and he gets mauled by Teodric Eastland before he can get anywhere.
And that play kind of surprises me because that clock continues to roll.
3rd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Garibay rolling right, looking to pass, and it's intercepted at the 40-yard line. Headed the other way with it for Waco High is Jaden Bishop, and Bishop takes it out of bounds and at the 49-yard line. 2nd interception of the night for Waco High.
Take a look at it right there. That was a nice interception that time.
So Waco High gets it one more time with 25 seconds to go. Leading 27-10.
Might as well let it all hang out here, don't you imagine?
Probably so. See if they can't hit Stimson. Maybe they'll once again try Don King, or LaDon King. But as long as you got Jalen Harris out there, you're in striking distance.
Yes, you are. Don't forget Stimson was wide open a while ago when he caught that ball out of bounds, too.
Quinn Williams is the lone receiver to the left side. Now Terrence Hamilton joins him out there. And Waco High called a timeout before the play. No, they had a delay call.
Yep.
Still first down. Reset the clock to 25.
These last 10 minutes have lasted about 30 minutes.
Thanks to all the penalties.
Yeah.
He may cue you, he may not. Just listen for Larkin Butch.
Looks like they're going to run basically the same play. Looking down the middle of the field, lets the ball loose, and it is complete to Quinn Williams, and Williams is inside the 10, down at the 7.
You think about using your last time out here, you're going to try to just spike the ball.
I think he got plenty of time to get to the line of scrimmage.
Look at that throw by Jalen Harris right there.
What the numbers.
Nice catch, too.
Handoff, fake the handoff, throw across the middle to Josh Hamilton. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. That's pretty efficient, Coach.
Very efficient. I tell you what, they used that clock to perfection that time. Still got some timeout left. So I don't think they'll need it now, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about Josh Hampton. He's had one heck of a night so far, hasn't
He
he?
certainly has. 2 plays, 51 yards in 14 seconds. Escada on to add the extra point. And does so successfully. 9 seconds left to go in the first half. The Waco Lions have put 34 points on the board in the first 2 quarters to only 10 for San Antonio Roosevelt. We still got 9 seconds to play.
And also coming up at halftime, we'll show you the performance of the Waco High Line Band and the Scarlet Line. They always do a good job. I believe I may just squib this kick. Don't take a chance on a long run back. And I believe the man that's going to kick it this time is going to be old lefty Paul Torbio.
Yeah, so a 37-yard pass to Quinn Williams, number 9, set up that touchdown. And a 7-yard pass to Josh Hamilton. They've had some big plays in this first half. Waiting for the Waco High kickoff team to get out on the field.
No, I believe they've changed their mind. I believe Esquada's going to come in and kick it off.
Chris Escada's got the tee in his hands. He's going to be kicking into about a 10-mile-an-hour breeze. They're going to send 3 deep. The 2 up guys are Owen and Badal. The deepest of the 3. I can't read his number from here. Pop it up short. Taken by Darden at the 22. Darden gets a bit of a wall, gets down the far sideline. It's the kicker, Escada, who's going to force him out of bounds, and that's going to be the final play of our first. Well, will it be? I think we may have a penalty on the play. Looks like we got a flag somewhere.
Coach Carroll thinks there still should be 1 second on the clock. I'll tell you that right now.
Please reset the game clock to 1 second.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
That's correct. That's a good move. He got one last chance. Hail Mary. About half
Marking at the 50.
About half that Waco High team's already up the ramp. They're coming back now, though.
Nice 30-yard return there by Terrell Darden.
Waco High needs to get that victory formation here.
Waco High better get on defense.
Yeah, they get some kind of.
They go with a running play. And running out of bounds with it. I believe that's number 4, Felton. No, he's actually number 9. Jalen Smothers, who got the handoff, but he's not able to go anywhere with it. And Waco High will go to the locker room with the lead of 34-10. Before we get to our halftime activities, let's go down to the field and check in with our sideline reporter, Dalen Waynes. Dalen?
Thanks, Larkin Butch. I'm Dalen Waynes here with Mr. Clausen and the Lions Hub. Mr. Clausen, what is the Lions Hub and what does it do?
Dylan, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about the Lions Hub. The Lions Hub is an online or on-campus spirit store where we sell spirit gear and different supplies to the students, alumni, family, whoever wants to buy spirit gear. It's also used as a curriculum we use for our students to help teach them how to run a small business. And they take that and they learn those skills, and then they sell gear in the spirit store, and we get to use that as to raise funds for our Skills USA students.
Awesome. So let's say someone would like to purchase something from the Lions Hub. How would they do so?
It's a great question. Our spirit store is located at the Performing Arts Center at Waco High School. We're open in the mornings and then at lunchtime in the cafeteria and after school, and we'll also be selling on Friday nights at the home football games this year.
Well, thank you, Mr. Clausen. Let's go back up to Larkin Butch.
All right, Dalen, thank you very much. Once again, our halftime score is Waco High 34 and San Antonio Roosevelt 10. Stay tuned. We'll have our halftime activities in a moment right here on Waco ISD TV.
Garrett Duke and Sterling Schneider. The color guard choreographer is Luis Ochoa. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Aldo Aguilar, Adam Arnwine, Paris Finkbeiner, and Logan Welsh. Band members of the week are percussionist Kira Reyna. Euphonium player is Alexis Ortiz. Color guard member Lillian New, and flute player Katie Hart. The section of the week is the color guard. Way to go. Tonight's program is part 1 of TR Band's 2017 UIL competition show, Songs in the Key of Blue. Part 1 is a special setting of Rhapsody in Blue and Blue Skies and features soprano saxophone soloist Aldo Aguilar. Now please enjoy the TR Rough Rider Band's presentation of Songs in the Key of Blue. And now, On the Waco side of the field, we are pleased to introduce the pride of Rough Rider Country, the national award-winning Roosevelt Patriots varsity dance team. Patriot officers are Colonel Crystal Washington, Lieutenant Colonel Caitlin Villanueva, Majors Sontera Anderson, Malaya Barnes, and Brooke Redding. And on the Roosevelt side of the field, the award-winning Dazzlers junior varsity team. Dazzler officers are Captain Hannah Young, co-captains Molly Fritz and Michaela Robles, lieutenants Cheyenne Rodriguez, George Cartagena, and Adriana Rodriguez. Now, the Patriot and Dazzlers will perform to the What I Like About You. Cheerleader captains. Cheerleader captain is Jasmine Grimaldo. Cheerleader co-captain, Amaya Lewis. Patriot and Dazzler director is Allison Redding. Cheerleader coach is Taylor Eddington. Cavalier coaches are Carol Rademacher and Allison Redding. Okay, Rough Rider fans, on your feet to show your spirit as we exit the field to the TR Fight song.
Waco High School proudly presents the 2017 Lion Pride Marching Band and Scarlet Line Drill Team. Waco High School is proud to present the 2017 Scarlet Line Drill Team under the direction of Wanda Johnson and Emma Moore. Scarlet Line officers are Captain Reagan Lawrence, Co-Captains Jamie Aguilar and Davion Lilly. First Lieutenant Trakia Sadler. And Second Lieutenant Dazani Robinson. The Scarlet Line Dancer of the Week is Aaliyah Dilworth. The Scarlet Line is performing a palm routine to Crazy in Love. Waco High School proudly presents the 2017 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2017 Waco High Lion Pride Band is under the direction of Scott Stewart, Tyler Sage, and Rachel Whipple. Percussion is instructed by David Johnson, Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Sheree Wingen. Visual instructors are Alex Wynn, Matt Block, Austin Holden, and Nick Nelson. Student drum makers are Zach Heldenbrand and Andrew Ramirez. The outstanding band members of the week are Zach Wilson and Rodolfo Vasquez. The outstanding band parents of the week are the Rodriguez family. A very special thanks goes out to all of our freshman band members for an outstanding job during our 2017 band camp. Tonight, the band will be performing movements 1 and 2 of this season's competition show entitled Evolve, featuring original music by Scott Stewart, Ted Riker, Frank Sullivan, and John Meehan. Drum majors Zach Heldenbrand and Andrew Ramirez. Is your band ready? Line Pride Band, take the field in performance. The 2017 Line Pride Band would like to thank you for your attention and support this evening. We would also like to give a big thank you to all of our band parents for their tremendous efforts and support this season. Yay, band boosters! For their continued support of the fine arts programs in Waco ISD, the band would like to thank all of our Waco ISD school board members, Superintendent Dr. Marcus Nelson.
Hope you enjoyed our halftime activities. The Waco Lions gathering in their run through for the second half of action, leading by a score of 34-10 at the break. Jalen Harris, the leading rusher in the game so far for both teams, since he's got 45 yards on 8 carries so far. Terrence Hamilton not too far behind with 38 yards on 8 carries. The leading rusher for the Rough Riders right now is Darrington Bedell with 14 yards on 14 carries. Actually, the quarterback, Garibay, has 16 yards on 6 carries, so he's their leading carrier. Josh Hamilton's been the story in the passing game. He's got 4 catches for 76 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Of course, Jalen Harris has a couple of touchdowns on the ground as well. He's just 6 of 13 passing for 112 yards. Carlos Garibay has not had a whole lot of success in the passing game so far. He is just 6 of 13 for 80 yards. Coach, the Waco Lions need to continue to take advantage of what the Rough Riders hand them, because they pretty much is what the difference is in this ball game right now.
Yeah, it is, and I've been impressed with we didn't know about Josh Hamilton last year.
No, we didn't.
And all of a sudden, I don't know, Josh Hamilton, I knew he used to be a baseball player.
Yeah.
He's no longer, but he was.
Yeah, hit from the left side.
Yeah.
Last I heard, he was going to be a first baseman, but then he had another knee surgery in
Yep, he's gone.
86.
Took his money and left.
Yeah, Waco High will get the football to start the half. It's in 3 deep. Waiting for the kick from Austin Schultz. They'll kick it toward the near corner down to the 3-yard line. Out to the 20, up to the 25. Gang tackled there, but never brought down is Josh Hamilton. At least gets it back out to where it would have been if he'd have let it go into the end zone, maybe a little bit more. They're going to start at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of folks in on that tackle that time. I always like to see the start of the second half and see what adjustments maybe each coach might have made, if any.
Jalen Harris will be the quarterback with Terrence Hamilton in the backfield. Josh Hamilton goes to the left along with Quinn Williams. Look at the splits on that offensive line, Coach.
Yeah, big splits.
Terrence Hamilton finds some running room in those splits, and then he's just absolutely leveled when he gets up to the 37-yard line near the first down. But he holds on to the football, and will have to see if they're going to give him the first down or not, and they do. So a 10-yard gain for Terrence Hamilton.
Well, what he hit that time, but Josh Hollis knocked his helmet off, so he has to go out and stay out one play, I believe.
Waco High had 13 first downs in the first half. That's their 14th first down of the game. Just 3 first downs for the Rough Riders in the first half. Hand off once again in the backfield. That's Randy Carpenter headed this way. And Carpenter will get up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 7-8 yards on that play for Carpenter.
Coach Herbst and staff decided to play several running backs tonight because you never know when somebody might go down.
Getting plenty of work tonight. Now Terrence Hamilton back in the backfield to fake the handoff. Jalen Harris keeps it. As he tries to turn back upfield, he's caught from behind. Good pursuit there by Jalen Murray.
It was very good pursuit that time. Had a help from that time from Terrell Gordon, I believe. Got a young man down for Waco High.
Harris picked up 4 on the play. That's all wrong.
That was Josh Hamilton. What was it?
Third and 3 facing the Lions here as they roll the clock. Harris has gone to the sideline. We got a new quarterback. Hands off to Terrence Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get around the left side and does, and has the first down. That was David Moreno in at quarterback. Senior.
David Moreno is a senior, and he is the backup quarterback to Jalen Harris.
So a 6-yard gain for Hamilton up to the 50-yard line. To get a new set of downs, second first down of the drive. Once again, handoff goes to Hamilton. Hamilton swings around the outside and will be flipped out of bounds when he gets to the 44. Pick up a 6 and another first, or make it second down and 4.
Who was the youngster who got hurt? That wasn't Jalen Harris, was
I'm
it?
going to guess it was Jalen Harris.
I bet it was.
He's not in the game right now.
Yep. I think he's got cramps. I can see him working on him down there.
Okay. Cramps are easily fixed. Randy Carpenter now with the football. Excuse me, that's LaDon King, number 22 with the football. And LaDon King just keeps turning the legs and takes it down to the 21. Nice determined run by LaDon King.
I want you to take another look at this rascal. Cutting it, spinning, moving, grooving. Carried about 1, 2, 3 guys that picked up about another 5 or 6 yards.
So 22-yard pickup for LaDon King on that one. King this time, though, only will get down at the 18-yard line. That's a 4-yard pickup. Lions are sticking with the running game here, especially with Jalen Harris on the sideline with cramps. Moreno doing a good job shuffling the football in the backfield. He's got Carpenter and Terrence Hamilton in the backfield with him now. And hand it off to Carpenter. Carpenter bumps it outside, gets around the corner, heads for the end zone. He's in for the touchdown. From 18 yards out, Randy Carpenter has his first touchdown of the season. Extends the Waco High lead to 40-10 with the try for point to come.
David Moreno did a good job directing the offense, handing it to the right folks. As you see, Randy Carpenter going in for the touchdown. That just was sheer speed that time. He turned the corner. It was Katie bar the door. I see Jalen Harris getting up now. He had a cramp.
Skata adds a point after. So with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, our new score is Waco High 41, San Antonio Roosevelt 10. An 8-play, 73-yard drive, finished off by the 18-yard touchdown run by Randy Carpenter.
I knew that Waco High had a lot of skilled people, but I didn't know they had as many as we've seen tonight. We really have. They've got a lot of speed.
Took 2 minutes and 50 seconds on that opening drive of the third quarter. Quite possibly we're going to see a lot of the backups for Waco High here the rest of the second half. Got a 31-point lead.
They need to give David Moreno some work back there, just in case. You never know. I'm just glad that was cramps for Jalen Harris. That's all it was.
It'll be Raul Toribio to do the kicking. Rashad Owen waiting for it on the far side. On the near side is Darrington Badal, and in the middle is Davion Goodlow. Going to come to the near side to Badal. They'll go out of bounds. See what Matt Carroll wants to do. Or is there a choice nowadays?
Kicking team.
It looks like they're going to get the ball at the 30 after kicking the ball out of bounds.
Or the 25.
Well, they got the chain set at the 30, and I think they'll put the football down and then mark off the penalty, won't they?
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. Chain crew knew what was going on. Carlos Garibay, the quarterback. Hands it off to Badal, coming to the left. Badal is met just about the time he tries to turn the corner. That's Fabian Garcia there to bring him down. No gain on the play.
There's another look at it. You know, Pee Wee Adamson is the linesman tonight, and for many years he was the umpire. I think he got tired of getting run over being in the middle of all the action. I don't know.
Actually, they say it's a 1-yard loss back to the 29-yard line. Second down and 11. Three receivers to the right side this time. Looking to pass. Goes down the far side, intended for Fokamala. But it's incomplete, overthrown.
Garibay just put too much air under that one. They went pretty good coverage on half the secondary of Waco High, and they better will get ready because they're going to have to do it again, I believe.
Stops the clock with 8:22 to go third quarter. Waco High with 41-10 lead. Down the middle of the field this time. That's in a whole bunch of red shirts there, and knocking it down for Waco High is DJ Mangle. He probably was the guy that was closest to catching the football. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, he did. DJ had a shot at it. So it brings up a punting situation for the Rough Riders.
Lee Owens back to punt. Back deep is Randy Carpenter. Rugby style punt. Kick it toward the far side and will go out of bounds at the 36. Waco High gets the ball with 8:07 left to go in the third quarter.
And I believe Marino is going back in there at the quarterback position. In fact, I know he is. I see him in the huddle out there anyway.
No sense in
See
even if
Jalen
Jalen
Harris.
Harris is ready to go. No sense in throwing him out there right now.
I see him
Marino-
standing down there at the 30-yard line, Jalen, taking his helmet off.
So from the 37-yard line, Waco High has the football. Randy Carpenter in the backfield with Moreno. Carpenter has the football on the sweep to the right side. Tries to get in the open, but that opening is closed down by Josh Hollis. A gain out to the 46-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play.
There's Carpenter right there. He's got some quick feet. Lot of speed on this Waco High football team.
Second down and 1. Now Josh Hamilton checks into the game as a wide receiver on the near side.
We haven't seen Marino throw it yet, have we?
No, we haven't. It's a throwing down at 2nd and 1, but they're going to once again hand it off to Carpenter, and he gets into Rough Rider territory. Down to the 47-yard line.
Another look at Carpenter. Carpenter's come in and run real well tonight. They've got quite a few good running backs on this football team.
They do. A 7-yard pickup for Carpenter. Has it 1st and 10 at the 47 in San Antonio's end of the field. Don King with the football. Tries to leap over a would-be tackler, but can't get over it. It will be stopped for no gain.
I think Coach Herb said we got a nice lead here. Let's just eat up some of that clock, which they're certainly doing. But Terrence Hamilton's going in. There's another young man that's down.
Yeah, that's LaDon King that apparently has a cramp in the calf on the left side.
They're not drinking enough pickle juice. I'll tell them what's wrong.
Is there a particular type of pickle juice?
Heinz
Sweet pickle?
dill pickle juice.
Heinz dill
Yeah.
pickle juice. It's got to be dill pickle juice.
Yes, yeah. The other kind doesn't work on cramps.
Sweet pickle juice doesn't work?
No, not on cramps.
Kosher doesn't work?
Who?
Kosher?
I don't know how. I don't know it. Don't know it. Yeah, this is a cramp. You can see the trainer right there, Justin Elfred, out there working, pushing his toes back. That's what you're supposed to do with a cramp, I believe. And you ever had one of those things in the middle of the night?
Yes, sir.
I come out of that bed, it hurts.
It'll wake you up in a hurry.
It will.
Yeah, basically, I'll stand up.
There's two things that wake me up. That's one of them.
Yeah, basically, I'll stand up and try to put my heel on the ground.
Yep.
He at least comes to the sideline on his own power.
But we've seen more cramps tonight than we saw in the university game, I believe.
Well, maybe they have more pickle juice on,
That's what I'm saying.
on this side of town.
Jerry Williams knows his pickle juice now.
Moreno calling the plays at the line of scrimmage. As Carpenter and Hamilton in the backfield, hands it off to T-Ham. T-Ham around the left side. Met as he gets to the 45-yard line, but stays on his feet and fights to get out of bounds. At the 44, I believe maybe they'll mark him. 44-yard line and pick up a 3 on the play for Terrence Hamilton.
Nice tackle by Anthony Reeder that time for the Roosevelt team.
That brings up a 3rd and 7. That's the first real passing down that Moreno has seen since he's entered the game. The way they're picking up yardage on the ground, they may not need to. They just now start the play clock. Game clock stopped at 6:24 after Hamilton went out of bounds at the 44. Two receivers to the near side. Moreno gives it to Carpenter, and Carpenter's tripped up as he tries to get around the corner. He'll lose yardage. Back to the 47.
If he hadn't been tripped up, he had a chance to make some pretty good yardage right there. But it's a punting situation, so Michael Stimson will do the kicking.
Well, right now the Rough Riders aren't sending anybody back for a punt. They're not buying a punt here out of Stimson. He does do a quick kick and will get it away.
Marty Herbst called for a timeout right before they kicked that ball. I mean, he called timeout. About 1 second left on the play clock.
Trying to avoid a delay of game, I suspect. But I didn't see anything in the formation that would cause him to want to call the timeout. Now the down box on the opposite side says it's 3rd down.
If you look at Michael Stimson as a punter, he only gets like 7 yards deep, so you know that's going to be a rugby punt. And a lot of times you'll see Jalen Harris in there as a punter, and so that you don't know whether you're going to punt it or run it.
The scoreboard says it's 3rd and 10. The down box says it's 3rd and 10, but what I've got written down says it's 4th and 10.
Got the chicken dance going. I bet a lot of that going on up in West tonight, you don't bet?
Once or twice. I guess that's the reason why Marty Herbst called the timeout is he, like I, is of the impression it's 4th down. But again, the down box says it's 3rd down. And Jalen Harris is back in the game. So it's 3rd down and 10. Waco High is getting an extra down out of this as far as I can tell. They're going to throw it deep and out of bounds. Jalen Harris, I don't think he and his receiver were on the same page.
I don't think they were even close to being on, so not even in the same book, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that was intended for the tight end, Taro Johnson. But he did a post pattern as opposed to a flag route that Harris threw.
It should be 4th down now, isn't it?
Well, it still says 3rd down up there on the scoreboard and 3rd down on the down box.
I'm confused. That's all I can tell you. But that's nothing new.
Now they changed the down box.
And change the score. There it is.
Play clock is not rolling. Waco High trying to get the right personnel on the field for the punt. As far as what I can have on what I keep play by play, they got an extra down in this series. Now we're ready to go. Punt coming to the near side, going to go out of bounds in front of David Herrera. That was Escada who did the punting.
Well, if you're Coach Matt Carroll, you got a long way to go and a short time to get there. You're trailing about 31 points right now. As this 3rd quarter is about a little over 5 minutes left, so you have to start making hay while the sun shines, throwing the football, I would imagine.
Well, they get this at the 18-yard line in their own end of the field with 5:28 to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing by 31. Have 3 receivers to his right side. There's a tight end on the near side. It's the backup quarterback who hands it off to Bedell, and Bedell gets loose. He's into the secondary across midfield, has one blocker downfield for him, and a good job by Waco High's Edward Coleman. Stay in front of the play and make sure he goes out of bounds, but a really nice pickup by Bedell there.
It was a nice pickup. He got pretty good speed. He cut back against the grain, and here comes the Waco High pursuit, finally catching up with him.
Picked up 45 yards on the play for the first down. That's the biggest ground gainer of the night for the Rough Riders. Jalen Smothers, the quarterback, fakes the handoff and keeps. Breaks it back inside, has a crease down to about the 25-yard line. Pick up the 12 on that play for Smothers.
I see big Catfish Norman and Anthony Eastland going in the football game for the Lions.
Smothers takes the snap quickly. A handoff, bounce outside. I believe that was Bedell again, number 5. Nope, that was number 6, Owen. Flag on the play.
Yep.
Substitution infraction by Waco High. Take the ball down to the 20, where it's 1st and 5. Goes straight ahead to Sean Moore. Moore will get 5 yards out of it to the 15.
All of a sudden, that offensive line for Roosevelt just kind of stepped it up a notch or two.
Moore picked up the first down. Moore fumbles the football. There's a scramble for it. And Waco High has the football. Coming up with it for the Lions is Time Isabel. Waco High turns that away with another turnover. I believe that's the 3rd turnover of the night against the Rough Riders.
And Rough Riders actually, they were moving the football, had a decent drive going, but you got to hang on to the football. So Jalen Harris back in there.
18. And Jalen Harris is back in the game, Coach. Terrence Hamilton looking for some running room, finds a crease or two, but then the rest of the posse shows up and there's a flag in the middle of it. Looks like he's going to get some yardage out of it on a face mask. That is the case. Give him a 1-yard gain to the 19. And then add some yardage for the face mask at 15 yards. Actually, they're going to mark it from the 21, so he had a 3-yard gain on that play. Should take it out to the 36. 1st and 10.
A lot of penalties tonight. Of course, that's to be expected for first game, I guess.
Take the handoff, throw it in the flat to Josh Hamilton, and Josh is across the 40, stays on his feet across the 45 to the 46. Nice fight for extra yards after the catch by Josh Hamilton.
It sure was. I don't know how much the young man weighs, but he must be pretty strong because he carried about 3 tacklers with him to pick up that additional yardage.
They're going to mark him at the 45, so he picks up 9 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 1. Hands off to Terrence Hamilton on the quick hitter over the left side. He stays on his feet with a spin move, has it well into Rough Rider territory and carries white shirts down to the 35.
That there is the Terrence Hamilton we've come to expect. Running with reckless abandon. He actually picked up about another 8 or 9 yards after that initial hit.
A 20-yard gain on the play at the 35-yard line in Rough Rider territory with the clock rolling at 3:30.
We got timeout.
Yeah, we got another injury. This one's Terrence Hamilton this time. I believe he's got an equipment problem with his helmet. And they're still looking at Terrence on the field. Our umpires having a little conversation with the offensive and defensive lines
Must be some jawing going on down there, I reckon.
during this timeout. So he's trying to make sure that they keep it civil. Meanwhile, Hamilton comes to the sideline, brings Randy Carpenter into the game. Harris at the quarterback spot. Will look to pass. And will throw it deep for Josh Hamilton. Hamilton trying to make an adjustment to it, but that ball was out of bounds. I don't think he's going to get to that one.
That time, Jalen Harris, his right back, just slung that thing down there. It wasn't a real good pass on his part.
I think it slipped out of his hand, maybe.
There you go, right there. They need to mow the grass a little shorter. I bet people keep slipping down out there.
If they mow this grass, somebody's going to be in trouble. Clock stopped at 3:13. Do we have a flag on the play? Apparently so. This ball's coming back to the 40. I didn't see an indication as to what the flag was. But it's 5 yards assessed against Waco High. Brings up a second down and 15 at the 40. Did you see a flag anywhere, Coach?
Nope. I still see first down on the down box, too.
It should still be first down, I guess, yeah. Okay. Yeah, scoreboard says second, down box
I
says
wish they'd
first.
get together and both put the same thing up there.
Randy Carpenter gets around the corner, then steps out of bounds at the 31. Picked up 9 on the play.
There's another good look at Randy Carpenter. He's logging a lot of time tonight and doing a good job.
Second down and 6 from the 31. Scoreboard says third down, but the down box says second down.
Which one you gonna go with?
Down box.
All right.
Always go with the down box.
I wish Neil Jeffrey would.
Harris looking to pass, gets hit from the blind side, lets it loose, but it's incomplete. Looked like his target was Matthew Mason. But he got rid of it because he was feeling pressure.
I tell you, that was Victor Smith came in and put a pretty good lick on Jalen Harris that time, I promise.
It's 3rd and 6 at the 31. Throws the screen pass, and there's nobody there to throw it to. Where did the screen man go? Well, I guess it was supposed to be to Terrence Hamilton, but Hamilton's saying somebody grabbed his face mask and kept him from getting into the pattern. But no flag on the play.
Closest guy to that was Marquise Finch from San Antonio Roosevelt.
So it's 4th down and 6 at the 31. Little quarterback draw here might get a lot of yards.
All right, run it.
Now he's just going to throw it down the sideline for Quinn Williams, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone. There to make the interception is Jalen Smothers, I believe. Actually, it's number 8.
Yeah,
That's Davian Goodlow.
That was a nice interception that time. That's as good as a punt, though, really, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. It comes out to the 20-yard line. Rough Riders get the ball with 2:48 left to go in the third quarter.
Big Nakevian Vincent going back on the field. Trying to shore up that middle of that Waco High defensive line.
41-10 our score. Waco High on top. As we get to the final minutes of the third quarter. Handoff around the right side to Badal. He'll have to cut it back inside to find any yards, and he gets 5 out to the 25.
Roosevelt's going to have to get on the board and have to do it quick, too.
Marcus Felder checked into the huddle, brought the play in, and he's part of the group of 4 on the near side. Just a quarterback draw, though, by Garibay. All he'll get is a yard up to the 26.
I'm sure Waco High will be very content for them to keep running that type of play. A couple of new young men going in the game for Waco High to be Andrew Assini and Fabian Garcia. Playing a lot of good folks tonight, and that's good. Most of these guys are cannon fodder during the week and give them a chance to get on the field on Friday night.
Everybody get their feet wet in game 1. Ball stays in the backfield with Garibay. Garibay to pass. Pump fake. Finally gets it off. Gets it off to David Pavin, his tight end. Pavin with good yardage out to the 44.
That was a nice catch, nice determined run too by old David.
That's the first catch tonight for their senior tight end. This is the first down. Minute 10 left in the third quarter and counting. Counter play goes to Owens, and Owens finds some running room into Waco territory down to the 40. Picked up 16 on that one.
Nice run by Rashard Owens that time. We're under a minute now in this third quarter. Waco High holds a commanding lead right now.
The Lions will be content if the Rough Riders will keep it between the hash marks. Off to Badal. He doesn't find a way to get around the Kavian Vincent, who brings him down for no gain. Got to run for about 3 days to get around Vincent, don't you?
Yeah. They may not get this play off before the quarter ends. They're taking their sweet time, I know that.
Break the huddle with about 11 seconds left on the game clock. And get it off right at the end of the quarter. Garibay, when the keeper around the near side, will be out of bounds at the 35, and that'll be our final play of the quarter. So we head to our final 12 minutes with our score, Waco High 41. And San Antonio 10. Let's go back down to the sideline and check in with our Waco High sideline reporter, Dalen Weems. Dalen?
Thank you, Larkin Butch. Today I'm here with Coach Ed Love, principal of Waco High School. Now tell me, Coach Love, how's the beginning of this year been?
You know, I could not have asked for a better start. We have over 2,000 students. Our counselors and our team who put together the registration this year, everything went so smooth, it just almost unbelievable. So I couldn't have asked for a better start. The kids are going to class, teachers are teaching, absolutely marvelous.
Awesome. So what are some exciting events coming up?
Exciting events? Well, first of all, I like this event tonight. We're starting the season out right with a big win, and it's nothing like starting the football season out with a huge win. Other than that, we are very excited about the new superintendent. He has really brought just a new breath of fresh air to the district. Teachers are excited. The entire community is excited. So we're just excited about the new school year, having a new superintendent, and everything just going so great and so smooth, and everybody buying in to the new system and just a new look, the new idea of moving this district forward. So just excited about that.
Well, thank you, Coach Love. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you. Same here.
Back up to Larkin Butch.
All right, thank you very much. Garibay carries the first play of the fourth quarter down to the 21-yard line on a sweep to the right. He just kept it and picked up another first down. That's the third first down in this drive for the Rough Riders. Coach, they only had 3 first downs in the first half.
That's all they had, right? So they're moving the ball pretty well right now, but they're down with 31 points. They got to make something happen.
Got a lot of making up to do. Garibay on the keeper. I don't think he could have even handed it off and gotten it any yardage out there. Eastland was in the backfield about the time they started to run with the football.
Yes, he was. In fact, he nearly took the handoff, didn't he?
Pretty close, too. Drops him for a 2-yard loss. He's up a second down and 12 at the 23.
I'm watching Nikivian Vincent down there. They're double teaming him just about on every play.
Well, that should open up somebody else, like Eastland. Empty backfield now. Garibay to throw to the near side, looking for Felton Walls at the end zone, but it's off his hands and incomplete. Step for step with him for Waco High is Michael Essex.
Flag on the play, legal man downfield. Just take a look at it. Pretty good defense right there on behalf of. Who's that?
Essex on the helmet?
Yeah, looks like. That's Michael Essex on the defense. All right, let's see what Hoppy's going to tell us here.
Waco High is confusing.
On the offense, 29. Penalties decline.
Yeah. Should bring up third down and 12 unless they give the Rough Riders an extra down like they did the Lions earlier.
We get a little break in action. I'll try to acknowledge our crew who's done an outstanding job as always.
Third down and 12. They got to get to the 11-yard line. Pick up a new set of downs. Garibay rolling, throwing for the corner, and it's going to be a little overthrown. Out of the reach of Okamba. Now it brings up a fourth down.
Time Waco High came on a blitz. I believe that it might have been Corey Ebron that came on the blitz and put a lot of pressure, made that quarterback throw the football before he wanted to.
Play clock is down to 10, and they're just now huddling up. They're about to hit a delay penalty if they don't hurry.
Good luck across the way at the Roosevelt band. They've got a huge band.
Matt Carroll calls a timeout because they were about to get hit with a 5-yard penalty.
Well, this be a good time to acknowledge our crew tonight on cameras. Justin Sanchez, Terrell McSpadden, LJ, Jesse Maldonado, Leslie Ugalden. Instant replay, Bill Tavener. Our audio engineer tonight is Terrell McSpadden. He wears 2 hats, and Justin Sanchez, he does too. Also tonight, we have our sideline reporter, Dalen Weems, who's done a good job for us. And the director is Ricky Mazza, and the head man, Jesse Battelle.
You know, he's just a little bit of everywhere tonight.
I saw him pulling cable down there earlier, so he does it all. He's a, what you call it, Jesse of all trades.
I like that. Just 11:06 left in this season opener for the Lions, and right now it looks like a huge win, up by 31. Rough Riders trying to do something about that, though, as they put together one of the best drives of the game. Garibay to pass for the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. That was almost like a pass for a punt. Returning it for Waco High is Javon Ridge. And Ridge gets it all the way out to the Waco High 44-yard line.
I tell you, Javon Ridge, that ball looked like it was thrown to him. I mean, it was right to him, and I don't know whether the receiver ran the wrong route or what, but you'll see Javon Ridge take it in, and I really thought he might take it to the house right here, because he's got good speed, but They finally corralled him about the 42, 43-yard line.
38-yard interception return for Ridge. Gives the ball to Waco High with 10 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the contest.
I don't think we'll see Jalen Harris back in the game tonight. Do you?
Well, it is Moreno out there at quarterback. I agree. I don't think we will, but I don't think we should. Handoff goes to Terrence Hamilton, and Hamilton gets shirt-tailed and brought down for a loss back at 41.
There's another look at it. Terrence just cannot get it going like tonight like he normally does. He was brought down by Caleb Keith that time.
I can believe we have a few reserves in on the offensive line right now for the Lions.
We'll try to acknowledge those guys when we get the opportunity if we can see the numbers. I see
Keyshawn Dudley in at the center.
Yeah, Kaylee Glasker's in also in the game right now.
Randy Carpenter takes the football, follows a bunch of red shirts into Rough Rider territory down to the 49-yard line. There's a flag at the end of the play.
Also see Eric Coronado in the football game right now, along with let's see, Jamar Willis.
You get Darian McLean in there.
Yeah, he's in there. You got the
Holding on the offense. Number 50. 10-yard penalty. Replay the down.
and David Chavez is in there. I shouldn't have just said that because he's the one that got called for the holding penalty. You just said. 10 minutes left this football game.
Is a holding penalty from the spot of the foul or from the...
You asked me a lot of questions. You're the play-by-play guy. All I do is just talk a little bit over here, very little.
Hand off to Carpenter, trying to weave his way through. Gets about 3 yards up to the 34.
Also going in the game is Jorge Ramirez, a sophomore for Waco High, in the line. And look at it.
Third down at the 34, third down at 19.
I'd run that play clock down about 3 seconds every time, I
Yes.
believe.
Doing a good job of running it down to at least 7 seconds. Look to pass. Now he'll tuck it and run with it. And he's got some running room all the way up to the 50-yard line, but he's still going to be 3 yards shy of the first down.
That's a nice run that time, though, wasn't it, by Marino?
Yep, that's his first carry of the night.
Pretty good average. He's going to have a good average in it if that's the only time he carries it.
Brings up a 4th down and 3 at the 50. They will send the punter, Michael Stimson, out there.
I'll lie to you. I didn't.
Jalen Harris is also out there as one of the wideouts.
Yeah.
They're not buying it because they're not sending anybody back, but he does kick the football. And it takes a Waco High roll that goes all the way into the end zone. So that's a 50-yard punt for Stimson. But it's only a 30-yard net as it's going to come out to the 20. 8 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. And the Rough Riders trying to overcome a 31-point disadvantage. It's 41 to 10.
I tell you, the crowd all of a sudden has really grown at lower levels. About full.
Penalties decline.
There's a flag on the play.
Another flag. That puts us around 20, I would think. Now, and I'm just guessing. I didn't keep up with them. After the game, we'll be visiting with the offensive and defensive MVP and the coach. And I have to get that information from our committee a little bit later before I head down.
DeAndre Basie checks in at one of the cornerback positions for Waco High as Rough Riders take over at their 20-yard line. Handoff goes to Owens. Straight up the middle he flies, out past the 40-yard line. And the flag at the end of the play. Got it out to the 42 for a 12-yard pickup. Now what's the flag at the end of the play?
Oh, Hoppy will tell us, I guess.
Face mask on the defense, number 49. We will add 15 yards to the end of the run, first down.
So there you got it from Hoppy himself. Hoppy's winding that clock.
They move it all the way to the Waco 43 with that penalty after a 22-yard pickup by Owen. And off once again to Owens. This time he's going to be brought down when he gets to the 40-yard line, and now we got another penalty at the end of that play.
I think that's Stephen Johnson in on that tackle, so see what this one's going to be.
Yeah, they're pointing at the Rough Riders.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Offense. 72. 15 yards. Second down.
Owens picked up 3 yards to the 40, but then the personal foul will take it back 15. Take it back to the Rough Rider 45.
You know, Lark, I officiated basketball for a long time, and I finally realized every time you blew the whistle, the clock stopped. So I said, just let it roll.
Yeah, you get home faster when you don't blow that whistle.
That's what I'm saying.
Second and 22 from the 45. Sean Moore with the football. Gets it back into Waco High territory, up to the 47.
Big hole that time. I believe that might have been Davion Minute, New York Minute, that made that tackle.
Into the 48 in Waco High territory. After a 7-yard pickup, he's up 3rd and 15. Under 7 minutes left to go. Garibay looking to pass. Goes deep across the middle, has a man wide open, and he hits him. And Makamla is going to go in for the touchdown from 48 yards out.
That had to be some type of missed coverage that time on Waco High's part, because they do have some of the second teamers in there, but he was wide open. Yeah, I didn't even see a Waco High line within 10 yards of it. Did you?
No, sir. Those are the ones when you don't catch it, or if you overthrow it, you really don't like yourself. Point after attempt is put on the board by Austin Schultz. 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in this one. And Roosevelt has closed the gap a bit to 41-17.
And Waco High will be home again next Friday night as they host the Killeen Kangaroos, another 6A school who lost last night, by the way, I saw. So I hope that lady's she's not fixing to jump, is she? Or she gonna push her over again.
Just trying to get autographs.
2 cute young ladies right there. There's 3 of them now. They're multiplying.
Do they know how to do division? That was an 80-yard drive that took 4 plays and 1 minute and 42 seconds to get on the scoreboard. Granted, with Waco High up by 31 at the start of that drive, you got to believe they did that against a lot of defensive reserves. A little confidence for Matt Carroll's offense. They head into week 2 with that drive. Randy Carpenter's going to take that one in at the 14, and he had a bit of a wall, but he runs into one of his own men. Looked like he was about to hit a crease, but
Yeah, I thought he had a crease there. Like I say, ran into his own man. So 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Just see it on your screen there. Waco High has a commanding 41-17 lead.
they'll start this drive at the 24-yard line.
I believe they got all backups in there, although I do see Terrence Hamilton.
David Moreno will be the quarterback. He's got LaDon King in the backfield with him, along with Terrence Hamilton.
Matthew Mason checks in the game.
And now Matt Carroll asks for a timeout from the opposite sideline. Apparently there was something there that the Rough Riders didn't like to see. So Waco has Killeen here next week. University will be on the road next week at Georgetown Eastview. Then the next 2 Fridays after that, we will be dark here
That's
at
right.
Waco ISD Stadium.
Yep, we will be. Good look at the Waco High cheerleaders. They're fired up tonight. It's nice when your team's winning.
Certainly is. All right, set to go with 6:33 left in the game. Handoff goes to Hamilton, or actually Carpenter. And he'll get it up to the 26 for a 2-yard gain.
I'd milk that clock now, milk that play clock.
Don King with the carry. Carries a couple of white shirts for a yard up to the 23. Make that the 28. I'll be 28, yeah. 2-yard gain.
You know that run that Moreno made a while ago, he's got a little better speed than I thought he did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he is throwing the football. He hasn't exactly aired it out tonight.
I don't think he's fired one up yet. It is a passing down here, if the Lions are so inclined. But the handoff goes to Carpenter. He'll get it near the 30-yard line for another 2-yard gain, but it brings up a 4th down and 4.
So we'll see old Chris Escada come in and punt that rascal away.
Apparently we got an injury on the field as Christian Guerrero, sophomore defensive back for Roosevelt, heads to the sideline with a little aid from the training staff.
I want you to count San Antonio. I don't think they got enough people out there.
No, they're missing one.
Well, that ain't bad.
Yeah, now they get him out there. Waco High going to let the clock run down. Skata gets it off, sends a boomer. It's mishandled by Herrera. He does pick it up, but then he's hammered to the turf. Down there quickly on coverage is Quinn Williams.
Well, Quinn Williams got there quick, and he made a good hit. You look at it right there. As soon as this ball is picked up, here comes old Quinn into his screen right there. Nice tackle.
They'll get the ball at the 14-yard line in their own end of the field. 4 minutes and 38 seconds left in the contest. Waco High on top 41-17.
When it gets down about the 3-minute mark, I got to go round up the committee and head down. Last night I didn't even get down there. The elevator's not the fastest one in town.
I've noticed that.
And anyway.
Fake the handoff. Garibay keeps it. Or excuse me, that's not Garibay. That is Smothers with the football. And Smothers stays on his feet and finally pushed out of bounds after he's picked up the first down at the 26. Pick up a 12 on the play for Smothers. So their sophomore quarterback, Jalen Smothers, going to get a little bit of playing time here as he was knocked out of bounds by Ridge. Hands it off to Vidal, and he'll get it up near the 35-yard line.
Tackle made, I believe, by Andrew Assini that time.
The yard short of the first down after the 9-yard pickup.
Got a penalty?
Well, I'm looking for flags, but I don't see one anywhere. Hoppy's telling me something that was offside against Waco High, and it's going to be refused. They picked up 9 yards on the play. They face a second down and call it 2.
At this juncture of the game with the score, I wouldn't have called that.
I'm with you. Keep that flag in your pocket.
Yep.
Handoff goes to Vidal. He heads for the sidelines and will be forced out at the 45. Picks up another first down after an 11-yard gain. That'll move the chains. Clock stopped with 4:12 to go.
Knocked out of bounds by Rodney Ratliff that time.
Well, they marked him out at the 42. So that's an 8-yard game, but it's still a first down.
You can see the score and the time remaining on your TV screen.
A little problem with the handoff there, and the quarterback Smothers going to end up having to keep it. He'll lose back to the 37. A loss of 5 on that play. Goes up to 2nd and 15. And the clock will continue to roll. Waco High took advantage of some early turnovers to grab the lead and never really looked back. Play stopped. Flag thrown on the opposite sideline.
How many penalties have been in this game? I don't know about yours. How many total penalties?
That is the 7 there on that side. On Waco High side, there's about 10, so about 17.
I figured about 20 so far. Well, there probably will be before we're through.
Second down and 20 from the 33. Smothers on the option, galls his own number, and is forced out of bounds on the far side. Making sure he doesn't get around the corner of Stephen Johnson.
Rock, I'll be making my way down, and if it goes overtime, I will be back.
That's good to know. Third down and call it 13 from the 40-yard line. Clock is stopped. Smothers tries to keep this drive alive. It started at his own 14. A little surprised by the snap, but he's able to run it upfield and grab the first down in Waco High territory. Forced out of bounds at about the 47. Picked up about 13 on that one. Another first down. But the Waco High defense is bending but not breaking. They're making sure that the clock continues to roll. It'd be helpful if they can keep the runner from going out of bounds. Owens in the backfield along with Bedell. Looks like Garibay back in at quarterback. He hands it off to Bedell. he gets it about a 9-yard gain to the Waco, call it the 38. 2nd and 1. Fidel again with the football. Leans forward for the first down. Takes it to the Waco 34-yard line, a gain of 4 on that play. He's the closest one to 100 yards. He's got 95 yards now for the Rough Riders. They're going to throw a pass. The Waco High defender falls down, and the receiver, Felton Walls, trips over that fallen defender and can't come up with the catch. There you see the replay there. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the 34. Clock stopped with 2:18 to go. David Herrera is the receiver at the bottom of your screen. They hand it off. Fidel carries it across the 25. Has another first down. Well, they mark him just shy of the first down, so give him 9 yards at the 25. See if he can get it this time, and does. It's spun down to the 21 and pick up a 4 on that play. This will be the 12th play of this drive that started back at the 14 with 4:38 to go. Clock continues to roll with 1:45 left. Waco High defense trying to prevent one more score. Less than 90 seconds to go. Garibay with the keep. Pitches the ball, and Waco High has a chance to fall on it, but it looks like the Rough Riders got back on top. Not sure what Garibay thought there. Actually, Waco High does come up with the football. On the fumble for the Lions is Rodney Ratliff. So, what is that, the 4th turnover tonight? Or 5th? They've had 4 or 5 turnovers tonight. Garibay with the fumble there, and Ratliff with the recovery. Gives Waco High the football with 77 seconds left in the contest at their own 22-yard line, and that will help them preserve a 41-17 win. Moreno will come out on the field. To finish this one off, he'll have Randy Carpenter in the backfield, and also back there with him is Tario Johnson. Hand the ball off to Carpenter. Carpenter will be stopped for no gain. Well, he may get one. No gain whatsoever for Carpenter, but right now all they're going to try to do is let the clock run out. They may have to snap it 2 more times. But there's no sense in using the timeouts. The Rough Riders still have 2 timeouts left. Waco High has 1. Matter of fact, this one more snap is all Waco High is going to need to take, as long as nobody takes any timeouts. Moreno under center now in victory formation. Will take the snap with 2 seconds left on the play clock, and then take a knee at the 20. And that'll be the final play of this one. As Waco High will go to 1-0 on the season, while San Antonio Roosevelt will drop to 0-1. As the Lions take advantage of several Rough Rider turnovers to come away tonight with a 41-17 victory. Great job tonight by Waco High's Jalen Harris. As he carries 9 times for 44 yards. Terrence Hamilton 15 times for 84 yards. Randy Carpenter also in the game 12 times for 70 yards. So a good night on the ground for Waco High. Also a couple of touchdown passes caught by Josh Hamilton. As Jalen Harris went 7 for 18 passing for 121 yards. But again, our final score is Waco High 41 and San Antonio Roosevelt 17. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game interviews right after this, right here on Waco ISD TV.
All right, back at WISD Stadium tonight, the last game of the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. Waco High has defeated San Antonio Roosevelt by a score of 41-17. The offensive player of the game is Jalen Harris. Our defensive player, Devon Ridge. First of all, what about the performance of the Lions tonight?
I think we did a good job executing. I think we can probably pick up the tempo a little bit, defense and offensively, but I think we did good.
You accounted for a couple of turnovers tonight. What kind of take us through those things, would you?
I just played the ball like I was coached and just made the play how I was taught to.
Do you think this Waco High team has an opportunity this year? Last year y'all missed out on the playoffs, but just 2-3 points this year to get down the road a ways?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can. You know, you can't win them all unless you win the first one. I think we take all the way. We way better than we was last year.
Okay, you guys came out of this for the most part injury-free except for a few cramps, right?
Yeah. You know, we lose and they come and go. I don't know.
Get ready next week for those Kangaroos coming to town, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations to Jalen Harris, the young man that we've interviewed before. He's had an outstanding game. First of all, I got to ask you, when you went out, was that cramps?
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to drink pickle juice. You don't get those. Do you know that?
Yes, sir. It's just, they had a new drink inside. We all drunk it, and I guess I ain't drinking it no more.
Jalen, I think one thing I've seen tonight, I think your passing has improved tremendously over last year.
Yes, I just give it all the credit to my line and my receivers because I got a lot of playmakers. All I got to do is just get the ball to them.
I tell you what, Marino ran that football on that long run he made. You better get back out there. You know it.
That's him. He can. I like to see all my players just do good.
And you got a bevy of running backs. I mean, Terrence Hamilton did well now. What about Josh Hamilton? Where'd that young man come from?
They just been underestimated. He been on the team since he came here.
How good can this Waco High team be?
We can win district, win state. It's just all up to us.
Jalen, stay healthy. We'll see you next week for Clean Kangaroo.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's bring Coach Herbst here and get his thoughts. Hey. Just like Jalen said, you can't win them all if you don't win the first one.
Can't win them all. We're still undefeated. We were undefeated before tonight, and luckily we're still undefeated. But I'm proud of our guys. Offensively, I think it was known before that we're pretty talented in the skill positions, and we can throw the ball, we can run the ball, and put 34 points up on the board in the first half. We were excited about that. Struggled a little bit in the second half with cramps and substitution, and we probably looked a little unorganized, and you're probably scratching your head up there. But we've got to do a better job pregame and the days leading up to the game with hydration.
I know of Josh Hamilton, the baseball player. He used to play for the Rangers. Where this Josh Hamilton, all of a sudden, he makes some great catches tonight.
He did, and especially early. And, everybody knows about Terrence Hamilton, but now they're going to know about his little brother. And he didn't surprise us because we see it in him every day. But he had a great night, but he had a great spring and worked hard this summer, and he's had a good fall thus far.
Were you happy overall with your defensive play?
We were, particularly in the line. We were pretty happy. We blew some alignment calls a time or two, but you expect that early on in the season. I thought our defensive backs played pretty well for the most part. I like to see us on top of everything, which we were most of the night. We still have, I think we played 8 or 9 linebackers, and only 1 or 2 of those have ever played on Friday night, and they've got some work to do, but luckily we were able to get them all in the game tonight and get them some Friday night experience, and they'll get to watch the film and scratch their head when they listen to their coach, but that's part of growing up, and that's part of football.
Were you happy with the penalties tonight?
For the most part, if you were a neutral partisan sitting up there and you saw some pushing and shoving, I don't think we had a personal foul call, and that's something we stress. We're going to play with class and character. And to see them get some and us not, and to see our guys turn away like we teach them to and them actually do it when they're provoked, we were really happy there.
All right, Marty, got the Kangaroos coming to town next week. That's another 6A team. You picking on the big boys.
Another 6A team. Don't know much about them yet, but we will before long. We're just going to enjoy this one tonight and worry about them tomorrow.
All right. Good luck next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bring on Larkin, wrap it up.
Well, I must say that's a pretty nice start for the Waco Lions. Not only did they take advantage of several opportunities that were handed to them by Roosevelt, but they also got up a big lead and got a chance to play a lot of players in the very first game and see what people can do in their game conditions. I can't think that Marty Herbst can want a better start than what he got tonight.
No, and they came out of it for the most part, no injuries, thank goodness. And this is Waco I team has a lot of skilled people on offense. If their defense continues to improve, they'll be a force to be reckoned with in that district.
Certainly will. Well, as they said, they've got another 6A team to take on next week in the Killeen Kangaroos, and that'll be right here at Waco ISD Stadium. We'll have it for you right here on Waco ISD TV. But tonight it's the Waco Lions over the Rough Riders from San Antonio Roosevelt by a score of 41-17. For the coach, Butch Henry, and our entire crew at Waco ISD TV, I'm Lark Smith bidding you a good night from Waco ISD Stadium.